Hi there, it's me again, Lindsey. Today we are still not going to explore any mathematical concept, but still a particular problem. Where is the problem from? Well, this problem is also from Singapore Math Intensive Practice, but this is 3B here. And this problem is problem 1 from the Take the Challenge section, and this is from topic 2 length. Well, let's see if we can solve it in the best method and in a better way and get the right answer. Let's go. Here's the problem. Let's read it first. Rapunzel tried to escape from the castle where she was kept as prisoner. She found 5 pieces of curtains, each 225 centimeters long, and tied them together to use as a long rope. Any 2 adjacent pieces of curtains were tied together by a knot. Each knot used 15 centimeters of each of the 2 ends. How long was the rope Rapunzel made? Hint, draw a dot. Yes, we should draw a diagram because this is the best way of solving it. Well, let's see if we can draw a perfect diagram here. Some words are very important to circle. First, 5 pieces. This is very important because we need to know the number of pieces. And then this is important too because 225 centimeters is the total before you tie the knots, the curtains. Now 15 is as important. It's the number of the length of the knot. That's how we can subtract. Now let's see if we can solve it. Let's first try to draw a diagram. Well, how to draw one? Well, we should change colors. For example, I'm going to change it into a blue, and we should draw a diagram. Draw one diagram. And we should draw just some rectangles for curtains. That way it'll be way easier. Now this is the first rectangle I want to draw. And here, this is one end. So we don't need to draw this part, the left part of it. Well, let's just draw the right into a knot here. And then let's change into the next color, for example, red. And then keep drawing one, and then draw another one. This is the second curtain here, and we're going to draw it for 5 times. Now the third curtain also, just keep drawing. But wait, this was what I missed. The red curtain needs another knot here so that it could support the purple curtain and tie it with it, or else the purple curtain will be too loose. And let's just keep going. And this time we need a knot here, because with the next curtain, this is just the third one, we need a 4th one here, a green one. This is a green one here. And then let's draw another one, and also it's the last. Well, let's draw a pink one. And then here, and then the green needs a knot here. Perfect! We have all this. Blue, red, purple, green, and pink. Now, what do we do next? We write down all the clues and make sure it is very good to understand so that we can keep solving. And let's see if we can use all the clues. 225 centimeters. This is important because this is 225 centimeters, the total. But it counts as the knots because the knots is part of the 225 centimeters. Because before it was tied, it was just one curtain here. No knots here, no knots here. Well, this is what we're going to do. This 225. And then we should look. First, this here, the middle. Why did I color it? Because it's a knot. Here. And then we keep drawing it. The knot, this little knot is 15 centimeters. And then we want to solve what is the middle because the knots don't count as the rope. So this is what we want to solve. Just this part, no knots. And how to solve it? Well, we can do some simple subtraction here. The whole is 225. And then the part that we want to tie into a knot is 15. Well, then we subtract 225 minus 15 equals to what? 210. Here we go, 210. Now let's keep going to find out more clues. Now, this side is also, the pink side is also 210. Why? Because it's also an N. It only has one knot, so it's still 225 subtract 15. It's still 210 here. This is still 210. And then what about the middles? The middles we need to find out, because this is very important. This middle part here is not exactly 210. Why? Because they have two knots tied to them, and the knot is the same and they're not any longer. They're just still 225. Well, this is still 225. All this stuff here very long is 225. Well, then this is still 15. The knot's still 15. But wait, there are two knots, so there are two 15s and 225 minus 15 times 2, which is equal to 15 times 2 is 30. We want to solve the multiplication first. And then 225 minus 30 is going to be 195. Here we go. Not 195 is very important too, because we're going to add all of them together. Now this is 195. Now let's keep going. We have 195 here. What about the others? Well, they're also 195. So we kind of have this all filled. Well, we need to do some calculation. First, 210. There are two ends, so we need 2 times 210 here. Let's scroll down a little bit. 2 times 210. And then plus this is this. 3 times 195. Because there are 3 middles. But what if they said 3,000? Well, actually, it's just the numbers of curtains. Divide minus 2. And 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 times. And there are 3 of these middle lines. And each middle one is 195 centimeters. Well, we can do this by times 195. And then we need to solve this. Equals to 2 times 210 is actually 420. 420. And 3 times 195. But 195, did you find this number? That it's actually 200 minus 5. And this is a tip of solving multiplication. Now this is plus 3 times, and then we put on parentheses, 200 minus 5 equals to 420 plus, and then we do 3 times 200. That's the distribution law here. 3 times 200, which is actually 600. 600. But that's not yet. We need to still minus something, because here's a minus sign. 3 times 5 is 15 and minus. And then we keep going. 420 plus 600 is 1020 minus 15. Well, that is actually 1005. 1005. And that is the answer of this problem. Actually, this is pretty easy. Just some calculation and draw a diagram. But actually, this was hard when I was solving it. And I forgot that hard problems usually come easy. Now let's write the answer down. The answer is 105 centimeters. Now, we've done this. Drawing a diagram is usually the best method of solving problems, especially word problems, like problems that have a lot of words. We can draw a diagram and then draw all the clues we have and then do some calculation and then solve it out. Alright, that's all for today, and thanks for coming. Bye!